This just in. Grizzlies look like they're gonna win.
Damn.
Thank you for that boring report, Sean.
Hey, that's what I'm here for.
It's not even the NFL season, dude. You can't give us a little bit more.
Nope, that's all you got.
Well, by
We
the
are
time
an
you listen to
NFL
this, you already.
podcast, though, right? Like
Yeah,
we're
Kind of.
gonna have to talk
But
about that at some point.
I guess we can get there because we are a little over. By the time you're listening to this, the draft in Kansas City will be under a week away. As of today, which is Wednesday the 19th, we are just over. We are actually at 24 hours or 23 hours until a week, 6 days and 23 hours to the draft.
What? I'm, I was so lost.
Well, it starts on
So we're
it
under
starts
a
on
week away,
or
is
no,
what you're saying.
where I
officially,
think something like that.
officially.
Something like that.
Six,
It
six.
happens. It happens next Thursday, 8 o'clock p.m. It will be when it kicks off. So whatever.
So it's almost a week away.
Math. I don't know.
We're
About a week away. I don't know where we're at.
7 days and what, 3 hours?
Yeah, there we go. 7
There you
days,
go.
23 hours. There we go.
No, 7 days and 3 hours.
Something like
No,
that.
it's not right either.
That would be the day. That's like Thursday. It's a week away, right?
Seven
So we're
days
seven
from now
days,
is Wednesday.
23 hours.
Oh my god,
7 days and
All right.
23 hours.
we ruined this.
You ruined this.
Just absolutely beat
Don't
it,
ask me to do math. You know this.
dragged it out back, and obliterated it with a shotgun.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Anyways, the draft is almost here. I am excited. We all will be there as we've talked about. I am excited for the NFL draft experience where you can do your own combine, run a 40-yard dash, vertical, throw a Hail Mary, tackling dummies.
I want to see you do the 40-yard dash.
Fine. Me and Tybo.
I'm not
Mano
doing
a
a
mano.
40-yard dash.
This guy's coming in hey dudes and cargo shorts. I know it.
No, yikes, not a chance.
That'll be fun. I did drive by Union Station today. They are doing quite a bit of construction over there to get everything set and ready. It's already starting to look pretty cool. A little more than a week out. Boys, are you excited for the experience that's going to happen downtown in our own city?
Are you telling me, am I excited for Fall Out Boy and Motley Crue?
And Thundercat.
Well,
That's
I am excited
Saturday,
for
but
Thundercat.
yeah, I'm very excited for Thundercat.
I'm going to be at the draft.
Saturday.
I didn't know this. That's awesome.
You got Fall Out Boy on.
Oh, they're going to be there
Thursday,
Saturday. I won't be there.
Yeah.
Fall Out Boy on
Fall Out
Thursday.
Boy on Thursday.
Motley Crue Friday, and the best one, Thundercat, on Saturday.
No, well, I will miss Thundercat.
Ah. I guess I'm gonna have to be singing the Fall Out Boy songs because I don't know. I don't know what else I'm gonna do.
There has been a lot of news going around the Kansas City Chiefs organization over the last week with what are we going to do when it comes to draft time. Obviously, DeAndre Hopkins is still up for grabs. Should anyone want to trade, it is looking ever increasingly that he will be cut probably post the June 1 timeline to save the Cardinals a little bit of capital. There has been a draftee that went down to the Patrick Mahomes camp, wide receiver, or I guess it's quarterback and skill positions. The wide receiver out of TCU, Johnston, met up with Patrick Mahomes and the crew to run some routes. They asked him to do that. And they were on
He's not
TCU's
the only
campus,
one.
so that made it pretty easy. And as of today, Wednesday, Zay Flowers, the Boston College wide receiver, was asked to do a workout by the Kansas City Chiefs, was sent to TCU. and ran through drills with Patrick Mahomes and the rest of the skill position players from the Chiefs. What do you guys make of that?
Big things, man. Dude, if we get either of those receivers, watch out.
I feel
Do
like
you
they
think we're
are smoke screens at the same time as possible options for us. With the fact being, if Johnson drops all the way down to us at 31, we can take him, and we would have to trade up for Zay Flowers if he drops further than projected.
Yeah, Quentin Johnston seems like he's going to drop to 31, no doubt.
Really?
Zay, yeah, it from all reports, Mel Kiper, McShay, a lot of the big guys, and even a lot of the small guys have Quentin Johnston falling to the Chiefs at 31. Now, one thing to keep in mind is we have draft capital out the wazoo for this year and into next year as well. It is very possible that the Kansas City Chiefs trade up, but also keep pick 31, meaning that we could end up with two first round picks and cover two quality positions that we need without losing our first round pick for this year. That would be at the edge position and also the receiver position, because there are some edge rushers that could land at 31 with some very high potential at a position that is needed, as well as covering Zay Flowers up high or at a higher pick.
So Zay Flowers and an edge rusher, as you're saying, like a
If
possibility.
I mean I could very well see that happening. It would take probably quite a bit of capital for this draft, and then obviously our first rounder for next year, to get somebody to be able to willingly move out of this year's first round and not have another first round pick unless they move that capital to, three-way trade basically. It would have to be a perfect part.
I feel like there are some teams up there that we could actually trade up to, though. So teams like the Buccaneers, maybe at 19. If their guy's not there, go up and get somebody. Lions, I believe, at 18. They're doing great things, so you can definitely trade up, give them more draft capital to keep building. There's options we can go up to.
It also totally depends on runs as well. I mean, obviously Zay Flowers is one of the more coveted receivers out of the few that have been graded with either a first or a second round option. Again, I think only one receiver has been graded as a first round draft pick. That's JSN. No other receiver has been graded as a first round pick. And it really just comes down to runs. What are the runs going to look like in the draft? It looks like quarterback is going to be a very early run, but how far can the wide receiver run be staved off? That's a theme throughout most drafts is are teams going to panic when one or two out of a position start to come off the board and they have a need for that position? Are they going to start trading up? What is this going to look like? If the wide receiver run can be staved off for quite a while, Kansas City Chiefs have a very good option of being able to stay where they're at and not move up and still get the guys that they want to walk away with.
Yeah, I don't feel like this is the deepest wide receiver draft class anyways, so I don't see teams going out of their way to do that. I feel like they have other players higher up on their board in terms of need for their teams. So I could see JSN going off the board and Jordan Addison going off the board, and maybe seeing some picks waiting for wide receivers for later on.
I think that's possible. The where we're at in terms of depth for this draft, from what I've seen, is edge and defensive tackle. There's a lot of DBs that are some pretty good players out there as well. I'm thinking if we can get an early run of defensive tackles and edge rushers, I think there are quite a few guys that the Chiefs are very happy with to take later on. That would be quality players that would be able to build on their platform, but be later on and early be able to take some of those skill guys that we would have to hit on. Have you guys been finding anyone that really particularly sticks out to you in the draft, or any um, trade rumors that you'd be particular to?
I've seen a few mocks with us trading up for the Texans pick, or not the Texans, the Buccaneers or the Lions pick somewhere in there. And I've seen other ones that are saying we're gonna go for the Giants at 25. I'm fine with going up to 18, 19. Jumping from 31 to 25 right there, that just does not seem worth it for giving up draft capital.
You'd be okay with trading up to take 25 as long as that meant that we also kept 31.
Yeah.
If we're going to go up for that short of a distance, that means, in my eyes, that should mean that we are taking 2 first round picks and not giving away 31 plus a third or fourth, whatever, to go along with it. I'm not a big fan of that. Now, if you want to talk getting up into the mid teens and we give up 31 to go along with it, I could understand it depending on the personnel that we're able to bring in.
I know it's not an option at all, but say there's a team in the top 15, top 10 even maybe, willing to make a trade. Would you be willing to give up the first round pick this year and the first round pick next year for that? Because more than likely, no matter what, we're going to be at the end of the draft next year.
Oh man, it hmm. It'd be really tough. Just I I would trust in Veach and whatever his plan is. I would say if it's not Jordan Addison, JSN, or Zay Flowers that we're trading up for at that position, it's probably not worth it.
The only one I would think would be worth it is Will Anderson Jr. He will not be available for sure. He's gonna be picked way
Definitely
early,
not going to
but
be available.
if he somehow slid, he would be absolute go get him.
I don't think he's not making it out of the top 10.
There's just no way.